Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing much. You can hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty well.
Okay, amazing. All right. Let me start off by saying big congratulations for getting accepted. It's a rare occurrence that this happens.
Yeah, thanks.
Um, and before we get started, can you send me your email um so that I can add you to our Google Doc for the guide. Just
hmm
gives you details on like certain permissions and whatnot, and the commands. So if you don't keep everything that I tell you today, because we're gonna go through a lot, you still know where you can go to get information before asking us.
All right. You want me to give you the email that is connected to my Discord, or it doesn't matter?
Yeah, yeah. If you could do that, that would be amazing.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
Because Flip needs your Discord email as well. But I was gonna ask that at the end. But if you could do that, that kills two birds with one stone.
All right. All right. Just sent it to you in DMs.
All right. This- All right. Perfect. So in a bit, you'll get access to this when Flip responds.
All right.
But for the time being, I feel like we should get your ranking game sorted, right? And in Discord, I feel like it's a cool thing to get done.
Okay.
So, are you in game at the moment?
Not at the moment, but I'll log in right now.
Okay. Let me give you the perms before you before you log into the auto. Copy user. Your name is Fein Neito.
Yeah.
How's it spelled?
Fein Neito.
Yep.
Good to log in now.
Yes.
All right.
And you have mod in Discord now as well. Yeah, perfect. All right. So there's a couple of things I gotta run through first. The number one most important thing, and I will keep saying this throughout the time that we're in call today. Anything you get from having staff perms, will is confidential. You can't leak any information that you get from any commands that you run in game that are staff privileges, to anything in the mods chat, to anything that a moderator tells you that is about a certain player. You cannot share that with any other user on the server.
All
You
right.
can only share it with other mods.
All
Doing
right.
so can result in you getting either demoted or a heavy punishment. And it's just so that we can keep information from the players, from other players about certain individuals. That goes with like anti-cheat logs, everything. Everything is included in that information, and you mustn't share it with anyone.
All right.
What I'm gonna do quickly is go through this um Google Doc that has all the information, the rules, and everything. I'm gonna read it out, and then at the end, I'm gonna ask you some. I'm not. At the end, I'm gonna give you a chance to ask some questions so you can uh see if there's anything else that you need help with or that didn't quite understand, and then I'll be able to help you out.
Okay.
So, if you take a look at my screen share, you'll get access to this document within a few minutes, depending on how long flip takes. Um, and so there's a few rules that we have as staff here. Not very many. We're somewhat lenient, and some of these rules we're also very lenient on. But you should stick to them to a T. You shouldn't break them. And if you do, it will jeopardize your staff role. So yeah, I mean you can read it right there. So treatment, you should treat every player with the same amount of respect, no matter who they are. Whether it's Fancy, whether it's me, whether it's Happy, whether it's a random Bedrock player that's really annoying because they're 12 years old. You should still treat them with the exact same respect as you would treat everyone else. With that being said, even if someone is arguing with you, still try and keep a chill. But it's definitely difficult at times. And remember, you can always take a step back and get someone else to intervene if need be. Your maturity, I'm sure you're very mature, but make sure that you try and be as mature as possible. A joke here and there is okay, but remember there is kids on the server, and so making sure that you're mature and not saying anything that could be an issue is always needed.
Yeah.
Private information again. Do not share any staff screenshots, direct messages, proof, decisions, guidelines, etc. with other players. Furthermore, do not tell other players why another player was punished. If the player wants to share, they may share on their own. Failure to do so, this rule may put your staff role in jeopardy. So basically, just don't share anything that you get with the staff permissions. I'll get more on that in a bit. Just underlining everything that you can't share.
All right.
Um, Trolling with staff privileges. You shouldn't go around kicking, muting, banning, pinging people around with the staff mode tools. You know, they're there to give you the resources to find people that are breaking the rules. They're not there to piss around with your friends. And then abusing staff privileges. Make sure that you're not falsely doing something to someone because you don't like them, or using commands to cheat because you want to win an SG game. It's not fair.
Yeah.
And again, you could get demoted. Proof. Make sure you're getting proof. I recommend Medal for clipping software if you don't have an NVIDIA GPU. Try and get proof when you do something. It's not necessarily needed so much, but for the next few weeks, it would be useful when you're, as you've just been brought on, to keep a bit of proof just in case someone makes either a report or an appeal. You have that proof to go back on and just double check and see what happened. Send it into the appeal discussions channel so that if another staff member has to deal with your appeal because you're away for whatever reason, they're able to look at the proof themselves and determine, was it an accident, was it not an accident, and so on. And then account sharing. You should not, under any circumstances, let go on anybody else's account or let anybody else go on your accounts at all. If there is anybody else that is on your alt list as staff, it will result in a punishment and you may even get demoted. It's underlined, bolded. Do not do that because
Okay.
it's giving people access to either staff staff commands, or even worse, you could be linked to someone that's cheating or threatening to do something negative towards the server that you wouldn't know about. So keep your own accounts to yourself and leave everyone else's accounts to themselves. Again, checking the alt list that I mentioned, you can't share that with any other user on the server. It's against staff rules.
Yeah.
There's a couple of commands here. So we got staff chat in game. The staff chat gets sent in Discord as well. So you can either type in game. You can either type in game /FC and then hello, whatever. That will get sent to all the staff on the network, not just factions. And then the same thing goes within Discord too. If you take a look at, let me find it for you. In-game staff chat on Discord, you can see the messages pop up here. And then if I type hello, it should pop up in Discord too. Oh, sorry, in-game too.
Alright.
So it's a good way to communicate with people. And then you can mute the staff chat. I recommend not. It's quite useful to get other information from people. But if you are screen sharing and other staff are spectating other players, it's definitely needed at some points. list, you can check which staff member is online, but I mean, it doesn't matter. A reputation system. If you go onto the SMP, you'll be able to /rep people and just remove rep. It gives a really good way of removing it. You literally just click on the rep button and remove it, and it is done. It's not really much of an issue. Usually people don't report rep, so you can kind of take a step back from that. But if someone does and they're obviously upset about it, then you can take away some false rep.
Alright.
So obviously, you know, when someone reports someone in game, you have the command /reports to check the reports. Obviously, there is none now. But if I was to report Happy PC4 champ for whatever reason, and then I check reports, you'll see that Happy's report pops up, and you can see the details for why he was reporting, when it was, and whatnot. See who's reporting him. And then if they were to send something in private messages or in chat, and you're not able to see it through the Discord, or you just want to see it faster in game, you can right click that little book up there, and then it will tell you his like message history. It doesn't show staff chat, but it does show the rest of their messages, including party chat and guild chat and everything.
Okay.
When you've got a report, you can mark it as whatever. So for this one, you mark it as false. But if you're uncertain, let's say they've been reported for Killora and it was 8 hours ago and the guy was offline, and you have no proof of it and that no one's made a report with like any clips or anything, you mark it as uncertain. It means that when the user next gets reported for it, or if he gets reported for something else, this can then be taken into account. And if they're a repeat offender, it means that when they're likely to hop on, they might still be cheating or whatever.
All right.
And then if you process the report as true, you then it pulls up the punish GUI, and then you can punish them for whatever reason you see fit. So let's say Happy was killing, you ban him for a cheating offense, but he isn't. So I can go back. If you lose a report or you want to check on the archive reports, you can click up here, go to this one, or go to whichever one it is. It will archive it, bring you back to the main menu. And you can go on here, process the report, and mark it as whatever you need to.
Okay.
Again, there is a whole. The GUI is pretty self-explanatory, but there is a whole list of what you can do on the guide. I'm just giving you a little brief run over so that you can somewhat understand it. We have the anti-cheat. So I recommend going and testing all of these commands. You can test it on another staff member if you ask them. There's a help command in game too. You can test people's KB, test CPS, fling players around, rotate players if you think that they're killoring or auto clicking, like a stack of mobs, or macroing. VL shows the violations. So if I've had a bunch of violations with the anti cheat, it would show. You can see up here someone was setting off the flight. So we do VL Blade Dragon. Oh well, it doesn't fucking show, but usually it would show there the anti cheat logs. And then hotbar shuffle. So if you think that someone's got like auto sword or something, it will shuffle their hotbar and it will see if they just stay on their sword or not. The bedrock anti-cheat, you have a lot less permissions, but you can turn the anti-cheat on or off. You can tell if it's a bedrock because it shows a star in front of the person's name. You can see here Alpha Wolf is spoof packets. I usually tend to ignore the bedrock anti-cheat because it doesn't seem to be very precise. But if you see a user continuously set off the anti-cheat time and time again, then just teleport to them, watch them for like 5-10 minutes. If they don't do anything wrong, then it probably was a false flag. No anti-cheat's amazing. With the normal anti-cheat, for example, this guy was setting off fly a lot, so I would go teleport to this guy and see if he's continuing to fly or whether it was just because of his lag. If you hover over it, you can see there he's got ping is 2138, which
Mm.
leads me to believe he was probably just lagging, and that was why he was setting off the anti-cheat. But again, I would go double check, and you can see that it flags over and over again. If someone just flags it once or twice, you see here that this guy flagged it like a couple of times, it's probably just a false flag. But if you want to go check it, you can go check it. Again, that should never be shared with any player on the server. It could put your staff rolling in jeopardy.
All right.
You've got a history command. So before punishing players, you want to check their history. So for example, if I do history, IPP C4 champ, I want to see which bans he was banned for. I can see why he was banned and for what reason. It also shows you there the date of the removal, so you can see he was only banned there for one second. But if there was someone that was still banned to this day, it would show how long the ban is or when it expires, unless it's a permanent, in which case we'll just say this ban is a permanent ban. You also have access to ban people based on ban evasion. And so when someone joins on an auto account that might have been banned on the same IP, you can do /dupe IP and then their name, just to double check to see what ults they've been on. So you can see here Happy's been on Kenny's ult and then his Bedrock account. If they were banned, it would show red, and if they were muted, it would show orange. Mute evasion is only if they start typing on the other account. So let's say I was banned on this account and I went onto an. So if I was muted on this account and I went to another account and was playing, that's fine. But if I was then typing and like talking in game on the other account, then it would be breaking the mute evasion rule, and then you ban them. Ban evasion is a bit different. If you see someone pop up in chat and they've been ban evading, you should issue a like IP ban because they've broken the ban evasion rule. The only times that we don't ban for ban evasion is when there is when the original ban on the banned account was for something like inappropriate skin / name. We don't ban for that. We don't ban for ban evasion on that because that's just the rules. I don't know. Flip told me. Staff mode. I'm sure you've seen other staff use it before. /SM is staff mode. You won't ever use the world edit one until you're admin. If you do get to that stage, you got random teleport, so you can right click it and it will teleport you to a random user. You got hack tester, so you can test CPS and it will run a CPS test on someone for 5 seconds, and then it gives you the average CPS that they were doing in the 5 seconds. No fool, so if I teleport to Happy PC, oh fucking chromatic prism, and just ping them up in the air, and it would, if they're not taking, what the fuck?
Is he auto clicking?
Maybe velocity will ping them to see if they are doing like using anti KB cheats, and then obviously I've done the CPS test. The punish tool, if you go ahead and right click on someone, it will show the punish menu. Like this. Right click to unvanish. When you go into staff mode, you'll automatically vanish. And then freeze tool. So if you think that someone is cheating, or if you want to just freeze them so they can stop like doing whatever they're doing, so you can talk to them, you can right click on them, and then they'll be frozen and they won't be able to move, and they'll get a message in chat saying join the Discord for more support. And then if I right click on someone with the book, it pulls up their inventory and what they're wearing, and you can also see their ender chest to see if they're just dealing an immense amount of damage because of the sword that they're using, or whether they are using something like criticals to deal damage faster.
All right.
Again, this guy goes through it a lot more. Is your username on the forums Nito?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that's him. Okay. Notes. So when you suspect someone of breaking the rules, but you don't have enough proof, or someone has done something but it isn't bad enough to break the rules, but they should, other staff members should be alerted, you can do /notes add or whatever. I should tell you here. Yeah, notes add the player name and then the note. And then that will, whenever the player then joins the server, all the staff members online will be given the note of whether they were given the note so that you can see what they've done to have whatever note is on there.
All right.
You can remove them and you can check the notes of players. Rep again, you know what it is. You can literally click on the button and it will remove the rep. It's really self-explanatory. So on SMP you have the markets. If you want to ban someone from using the market because they're breaking the rules, using it as storage, or having it on all accounts, or leaving it empty, you can do arm ban and the duration. Unban the player and the duration, and it will ban them from the stall, and it will automatically wipe their stall. And then you've got just other commands. You can /TP to players. So like TP Happy PC for Jam, and I'll teleport to him. TP pause. So for example, if someone's base was ESP, or for whatever reason there was an issue at someone's base, and you want to go check it out, you can use TP pause with the coordinates that they sent, and you get teleported to that area. So if you take a look here, this was a ticket. Oh, hang on. This is a ticket that Ozen made. They said that the base was ESP'd and they sent the coords, and they said what server it's on. So one of these two mods went and checked to see where it was. They came in game and they used /co I, which enables core protect inspector, and then with that you can see who's placed or broken blocks. So for example, this has been placed by someone. If you right click or left click, it will tell you who's broken or placed it in chat. And so if you see like an ESP tunnel or an X-ray tunnel down to someone's base, you can break the blocks around it to try and find out who's broken said blocks.
All right.
There is a big documentation on Core Protect, and you have most of the commands, so obviously don't abuse them. But just take a look at them to see what exactly you can do, because it's quite useful as staff to be able to figure out exactly what's happened and so on. You got GMSP, so spectator, GMS, go into survival, and /v for vanish. Logs, if you want to see if a player has been typing like PMing someone and there's a report that they are being sexually inappropriate or saying racial slurs to someone in PMs, you can do /logs and then their name. So I have fucking whatever. You can do logs and then the ID. So logs from Happy PC Full Jam, and then it will show you all the messages that you sent to people or has been sent. You can then see if he's been messaging someone inappropriately or whatever. And then you have this array of commands, so you can ban people permanently, you can temp ban them, you can kick, you can mute, you can temp mute, you can unban, you can unmute, warm, remove warm, history, blacklist, and unblacklist. Blacklist is a IP ban and it's permanent, so I would recommend doing that unless you're absolutely certain. And you can also do all of those commands through the /punish menu, even towards offline members. The forums. When someone appeals in the forums, I think you've just been given access to see these as well as you happy. When someone makes an appeal for whatever reason,
Talk about terrible timing. All right, I'm back. Sorry, had some internet issues.
Where did you get up to?
When you showed the forum saying how probably just got access to it.
Okay, so probably just got access to the forums, which means that you get access to a couple more things. The most important thing for you at the moment is punishment appeals. I don't exactly remember my fucking memory. Don't exactly remember what you get access to, but one of the main important things is you get access to all of the punishment appeals. And so you can see, I'll show you a couple of them. When someone doesn't follow the format or has failed to follow the format at all, you would leave it on pending, and you'd ask them to follow the format. When someone's been accepted for whatever reason, you come up here, you'd edit, you put it as accepted, same with the pending, by the way, and then you can. This would be ticked. Yeah, I'll set it back to what it would be. So when you click the edit button, it should look exactly like this. And once you've accepted something or denied something, you want to mark the prefix as accepted, and then you want to untick this so they can't keep on responding to the thread, and then you want to click save, and it should lock the thread and accept it. For example, let's say this guy was banned for whatever reason, and you've accepted it. You want to hop in game and type /pardon and then their name, and then it will unban them. You want to try and see why they were banned. If there isn't any evidence, take what they've said, see if they've lied about cheating, because we don't ban randomly. If someone wasn't cheating, then they wouldn't have been banned. We use the anti-cheat and we use everything else to make sure. So if they've admitted to something and then they said, I was just trying to get an easy pass through the game, then you can either reduce it if you feel like it needs a reducement, or you can ban them or you could leave them banned, or you could unban them, depending on what you think.
Okay.
I think that's pretty much it. I would ignore the punishment reasons and lengths unless you actually come across something. I've never had to do it, and I've been here for 4 months. But if you do need to punish someone on the forums, it's just as simple as clicking on their name, warning them. It's pretty simple. And then obviously there's points and whatnot, and rules here, so that you can refer back to this for the time being. I would still refer back to this for forums and stuff. Do you have any questions? Because I did go quite fast there.
Oh no, I don't have any questions about that. Seems
Do you have
pretty
any other
straightforward.
questions?
Well, I do have one. It's because of the mod role in game. Would I still be able to use the badge, or it just goes away?
Badge.
Yeah, like the top donor badge. It's such a random question.
Yeah. You keep that rank no matter what, unless you're banned, then you won't be able to use it. But yeah, you'll have that rank still,
Okay.
and that gives you other privileges. It just won't show next to your name.
Rip. Okay.
I don't think anyway. Yeah.
Oh well.
There's not much I could do about that because that is linked to the rank before.
Yeah.
I could, after Dungeons is released and it looks like I've slowed down on bug fixes and stuff, feel free to just say, hey, you got any idea if you can fix this?
Okay.
I might be able to do it because I could link a workaround. But as of right now, I feel like it'd be too much work and there's other things I'm focusing on.
Okay, no problem.
So you have no questions about what I've said so far?
No.
Cool beans. Okay. If you do happen to have questions, feel free to ask in mod chat. Make sure you refer to the guide first. Then you if you can't find anything on the guide, ask in mod chat. If it's an immediate thing that you need fixing instantly, feel free to message me. You should definitely accept my friend request too. Feel free to just message me and say, hey, John, I'm really confused on this. It's quite important. Are you online? Can you help me out? When I get a chance, I will instantly send you a message and say, hey, this is what I would do. if it needs to be referred to Flip and say, hey Flip, this is Fane's just said this. Is anything able to happen about it? And we'll get it worked out. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Now I don't know what you were told. I don't even have access to see the staff applications, so I'm not sure what you were told about even being accepted. But the priority for the new mods is to try and focus on factions for the time being,
All right.
either until it dies down in cheaters, or one of the other servers gets bigger.
Okay.
Feel free to play on the other servers. I'm not limiting you just to factions. You can do whatever you want. But Epic has said that the main focus is to try and keep factions on a good level. And so when tickets come through about faction bugs and whatnot, if you can ask for as much information as possible, how to reproduce the bug, who was involved, if it's someone died to it, every little bit of detail that we can get is important. How long ago it was, if someone did die, stuff like that. So I can come in, either roll back their inventory, I can reproduce the bug myself and try and figure out the issue. And then if you do run into any bugs yourself, feel free to just DM at me so I can just get them fixed. We are trying as much as possible to make factions dramatically better. It just does take time. And there is so many cheaters currently.
Yeah.
we're fixing the anti-cheat as much as possible. I've sent Flip a bunch of information. Like I tested basically every single hack on our anti-cheat, and sent Flip a bunch of information about them so we can make the anti-cheat a little bit better. But yeah, no, just enjoy yourself. Don't stress yourself over something. If you just don't know what to do, don't risk it. Ask a question. Say, I'm stumped. I don't know what to do. And then no one's going to bully you. No one's going to say, you should know this or whatever. If anything, they're going to make fun of me for not telling you. But just ask. I'd rather you ask a question and it be the world's easiest question than you not ask a question, you end up doing something wrong and it causes a big issue.
Okay.
We're all about, like, you're going to make mistakes. It's going to be a thing. No doubt. It's not because you're shit. It's not because you're not amazing. Nobody's perfect. And we're not just going to punish you based off one incident. But if you don't ask for help, it does make it harder for us.
Yeah.
So they should just say, hey, John, I know I've been here for 2 years, and I know I've been mod for 2 years, and I know I should know this by now. But what do I do in this scenario? I'll be like, don't stress. This is what we do, and then you'll be fine. Sometimes you just need another set of eyes looking at something. And I'm always around, so you can always ask me questions.
Okay. Sounds good.
But apart from that, you were good. Have fun with tickets. Have fun with reports. Have fun with everything. Don't poke your eyes out. And you need to rate me on a scale of 1 to 10 with how good I am at teaching.
I'll give it a 10. It was pretty good. Went over everything.
I'll
Like,
take
it
that.
wasn't overcomplicated. I got it.
Yeah, for sure. All right. That is, I did send it you before, but there it is again. You should now have access to see the stuffs,
All
the
right.
stuff guide. But yeah, no, just rock and roll. If there's any issues you run into, just let me know. If there's anything else you don't think I'll be able to help out with, let someone else know and chill.
All right.
Don't do something stupid. Just don't do anything stupid. That's all I beg.
All right. I won't. Finally getting new mods, so you're not doing everything by yourself. So.
Yeah, fucking finally. It's taken so long. I was literally pleading in like fancy epic flips DMs, just begging. They finally did it. So
Yeah. So is it just me and Happy, or are we getting other individuals?
It's just you two.
Oh shit.
I do have one lined up that might be getting accepted soon. I'm not sure how long it will take, but I do think that it will be shortly.
Okay.
He's Australian, so he'll try and combat your time zone differences. I think both of you are America CST, which is going to
Yeah.
be an issue because I'm going to be upfront and honest that you two are the only staff members that are actually going to be active.
Mhm.
One last thing, are you watching my screen share?
I'm watching it right now. Let me put on full screen.
Um, so you'll get anti-cheat logs. I did go through it a little bit, but if you get like an auto-clicker log, an easy way to see if someone's auto-clicking is if you hover over the log, and usually it will show, like when Prism was doing it, right?
Yeah.
You'll see CPS 49, 44, whatever. There's an instant flag to say, yeah, they're definitely doing something suspicious. If they only set it off like once or twice, just go spectate them and see what they're doing. If they're doing it consistently over and over again, 50 CPS, then ban them. Or like anything over 20, I would ban them for. It stayed in the rules not to go over. It stayed in the rules to not do different click methods, or you may be punished. So that's kind of my cutoff point. 20 CPS is kind of crazy if you're doing that average. But again, if you want to do it for like 15 CPS and you think that they're literally just sitting there with an auto clicker, each to their own.
Okay.
If you have a reason to ban someone, that is a good reason, then no one's going to combat you. Just keep it within the rules. Make sure you're doing what needs to be done. You do have a couple of Discord commands as well. I don't know whether I went over them. I done 2 things today, so I'm kind of a bit all over the place. You have like ban, mute, kick, warn, whatever. Just check the history before you do punish someone in Discord. You can make it more severe, the punishment, or you can make it more lenient because it's their first punishment. But I feel like you'll have a good knowledge on that. And again, if you questioning if something's right, just ask. Just say, hey, this guy's done this. I feel like I should punish them. I'm not sure. Do I? And then someone would just say, yeah, that's a good idea. Or no, I don't think we should do that.
All right.
All right, amazing. Well, good luck. That's all I can give you. I can give you a good luck.
All right. Appreciate it. Well, I'll see you around. I'll probably be hanging out in another VC or something.
All right, see you later, man.
See ya.